Today I'm going to show you guys how to add and use pads in ProPresenter 7. Okay, hopefully you have already seen my tutorial in Pro 6 if you're using Pro 6. If you are used to Pro 6, if you've done this in Pro 6, you will find that the concepts are mostly the same. We are just going to be talking about some of the difference in user interface and how the different things work together. So, first difference, in Pro 7, your audio bin is open by default. There's no, it's just there, okay? So that part is already done, and you don't have to open it like you did in 6. First off, we gotta get our files into the audio bin, okay? Over here, right now we're on our default playlist. Click this arrow right here, and we get the playlist list. I like to add playlists. You can even add a folder if you're gonna have multiple sets of pads, but for now, we'll just start with one. We're gonna call it pads, that simple. And it's really easy to get them in there. It's just a drag and drop. See here, I've already selected. I'm using Carl Vercade's bridge pads. These are the extended mixes in all 12 keys. Pretty straightforward, okay? So we're gonna drag them, drop them right there. There we go. We have got ourselves our pads in ProPresenter. Now from here, there are two ways to run this. First off is manually, okay? And that's simple. You just click on the pad. Let's make this so I can see it a little better so I can actually see the names. There we go. Okay, so Glorious Day is the first song we're going to talk about today. Bridge in D major. It fades in automatically, okay? Very simple. If you click on another, it will auto fade. My Testimony would be our next song. We're going to do that in A. And that faded automatically. Okay, so to adjust the fade time down here in the right where I've got my, where I have my mouse here, you can adjust your transition duration. I use 2 seconds as a default. So there we go, we've got that. Now it's playing, so you just click on the one you want and it goes. In order to stop the pads, this is another difference from Pro 6. In Pro 6, there was an Actions tab up here that you went to, or you could drop it in the toolbar. Neither of those is necessary anymore. Right here, this is our clear palette. Little music notes, we clear it, it fades out. Super simple manual operation. Now, for automated operation, again, if you've done this in 6, it's much the same concepts. We're gonna grab our D major pad, drop it onto Glorious Day. We get ourselves a little music note that shows us you have an audio pad attached. For My Testimony, we are in A, so we're gonna drag that. Again, our little music note shows up. Now, in this case, we want the pad to play until the welcome starts. So what we're gonna do is right here, we're going to right click where we want the pad to stop. We're going to add action, clear audio. Add action, clear audio. So now what's gonna happen is My Testimony is gonna play. Our pad's there in the background. We're gonna sing all the way through My Testimony. And then at the end of the song, when our pastor comes up to do the welcome, we get a nice 2-second fade out. The one thing you need to know when it comes time to set this up is double check every slide. Make sure there's no little music notes where you don't want them. Make sure that you have only the ones you want, because that can get really funky. Okay, in order to remove any of those cues, right click, remove actions. In this case, we're going to take away the clear audio. We're going to go back up to My Testimony. We're going to right click. We're going to remove actions. We're going to remove the pad. We're going to do the same thing on Glorious Day. So that is how you remove the pads that you have already dropped. So it's really simple right there. We have pads easily accessible here in our audio bin, easy to automate into your sets, and hope you found this useful. Hope you find it helpful, and hope that this really makes your worship sets that much better.